What's up? Hopefully you guys will pop up in a second. There you are, Sean. What's up, buddy? You're the first person back, so give me a second. I'm just prepping a couple things. Actually, I guess you guys are better to see the meat than the floor. But this will be the ground beef. I'm gonna make some carnivore burgers, and my buns are gonna be fried eggs. So, not sure if you guys like. I appreciate you coming back, Alice. Man, I'm sorry I had to restart it, but. Gonna wash some dishes. You guys are gonna get a full. I was just gonna prep everything and then go live, but you guys convinced me to just do it. So I'm gonna do the dishes really quickly. I got a couple of dishes that I gotta cook, not cook but clean. Let me do this. I think you guys are gonna like my burgers, man. You guys are gonna like seeing them, but I like tasting them much better. They do not taste as good as my USA burgers, obviously, of course. But they are not bad. They are not bad. I just wish I had the gas stove. Yeah, man, I've tried so many different ways of trying to figure out buns. I'm telling you. Buns are not that tasty. Like, you just chew a bun on their own, they're not that good, but for some reason, they just taste so damn good. Cause I miss having a bun when I do carnivore so much. And I never thought I would miss a bun that much. But I don't know, it just goes so good with a burger. We're gonna wash up a couple of things really quickly. There's my knife. That's the spatula. I'm gonna smash my own patties. I'm gonna do everything. I got a little technique that I do. I'm not even gonna bother washing this. I made some egg earlier today. So I'm gonna make another egg in there before I make my burger, so no point in washing it. Right before I left the house, I'm gonna cheat, guys. I told you I'm doing carnivore, but I'm gonna add a little bit of a special sauce. If I would have known that I was gonna cook today, I would have done a little bit better. And what I would have done, I would have got the ranch. Ranch is a little bit more griddle. I've tried the griddle and I just haven't had good luck with it. I'm not sure if it's made like that. The griddle, this is what you talk about, the griddle over here. I don't know if it's flawed or it's made that way, but when I turn it all the way up, because I cook my burgers extremely hot, it seems like the temperature goes on and off by itself. So I'm not sure if it's set up that way or if there's some kind of flaw. I appreciate it, man. I have to admit, I messed up. Like, I got a tea today. The other day I had a pizza. And about 2 weeks ago I had a half cup of rice. But besides that, I've messed up 3 times. And I think I'm on like day 32 or 33. But I did mess up 2 or 3 times. Xclad, man, I know that brand only because I used to buy and resell stuff. And that was a good brand. I never knew there were certain brands. There's another brand. Damn. It's called something else. It's like all something. Let me get my cutting board. I'll show you guys how I make my smash patties. I'm gonna make 2 big patties. 2 big patties. All clad, that's what it is, all clad. Yep, that's exactly what it is. All clad. So I have this. I'll show you guys, okay? So I use the, what is this called again? Parchment paper. Parchment paper. Where's my scissors? We'll get the prep going on over here. We'll do the prep over here. All clad. All clad's expensive. I never knew about it, and I started doing some reselling. And then I was like, wow, this is a fancy, expensive brand. I'll show you guys how I do my smashed patties. So the only thing that I'm missing on this one that I really wish I would do, for some reason the meat is always more moist in Vietnam. I've heard they don't age their beef like the USA supposedly. So that means that this meat is very fresh, but that also means there's more water content in it. So what I usually do is I take this out of the package, I form my patties, and then I leave it uncovered in my refrigerator to kind of dry up. Because burgers get a good crust and they taste better when they're not as moist before you cook them. Well, I've done the carnivore for like 45 days the last time, and I didn't really see anything dramatic. Now, I don't know. I think it's working. But man, there's so many temptations. I've pretty much stayed away from most temptations, but the small, yeah, I think they are. I have a 2-burner electric one, which is all right, but I'll show you guys how I do my patties. I do them very simple, man. It's very, very simple. Watch. I make so many patties that I kind of got it down to a science. So what I'll do, I'm gonna make 2 big patties, guys. I'm not even gonna mess around. I'm just gonna make 2 big ones. So I'll show you guys. I'll use this. I'll have to wash this damn cutting board again because of the raw beef. That's where I make them. But watch this, guys. I do it so simple, man. I'll show you guys this really, really quickly. Hopefully, yeah, this parchment paper should be big enough. Watch this, guys. Very simple and very easy. I'll just form it a little bit. Watch. I'll just do this a little bit. And then I'll kind of do this. Now watch. This is how my technique goes. I'll just use my pan and I'll just kind of get it down flat. Not, looks a little flat. Could have wanted it a little bit thicker, but I need one more piece of parchment paper. And actually what I'll do, hopefully I won't mess it up. I will put these in the fridge just to kind of dry age them a little bit. It won't be much dry age, it'll just be a little bit. My patty is falling apart. 1 second. I'm gonna put these on a plate instead. Let me try to catch up and see what you guys are saying. I missed it. You're making me hungry. What's up? Wasn't me. At the end of the day, dieting is about calories. Store the wet patties with dry and cooked rice. I've actually had good luck with just taking them out of the package, forming them into patties, and then I just let them sit overnight. So I got to kind of do my thing the night ahead of time. We'll see how good. These might not get as charcoaly, not charcoaly, but crisp. What's it called? What can I think of the word? But like crisp on the outside. I like that little bit of crispness on the outside. These are going to be 2 big patties. They look big now, but they definitely are going to shrink when they're cooked too. But I kind of just form that into somewhat of a alright shape. But you guys can see, look at all the liquid. And then I'll get the pan again. I don't like to smash it too much to get them too thin. Just kind of a little bit like that. Yeah, that one's much better. I wonder if I should do the other one. Now these patties look huge, and they probably are, but they will get smaller. But this is what I'll eat. We'll pop these in the freezer, which should kind of dry them up a little bit. Let me just wash my hands. Wash my hands and throw away all the garbage. So we have that, we have that. So we have that. I am cooking some burgers. I'm doing the carnivore, so I'm going to make some nice smash burgers with cheese and use fried eggs as my buns. What cheese? I'm using probably one of the worst cheeses. Just the regular orange cheese, the sliced cheese, which I never eat in the USA, but it's hard to come by cheese at a decent price. And I took the easy way out. So what we'll do, let me just wash this off because there's all the crap on it. I will wash that off. And then we'll make the eggs. Whenever I cook, like with meat, raw meat, I always like to heat up my kettle, and then I will like desanitize with the hot water. I wish I could have milkshakes. Yes, please hit the like and the subscribe button if you guys can. The subscribe is free. How dare I eat an animal? I know. Hopefully we hit 10,000 by the end of the year. That's kind of the main goal. What else do I have? Oh, you know what? I'll make my sauce. Non-carnivore sauce, so any of the carnivores look away. I am cheating a little bit. I'm going to make a quick little sauce. I'm not going to use too much. Man, I've been so thirsty today. I'll show you guys. Very, very simple sauce, guys. I'll show you my sauce. Mayo. This is the Japanese mayo. It's actually pretty cheap for the size. I think it's 1 kilo. And it's like $3, I think. I'll put a little bit of mayo in here. Sometimes this stuff is kind of hard to squeeze out. Oh, there we go. And I bought ketchup right before I started the carnivore, and I have this is the first time I've opened it up. It's about a month old, but I'm gonna cheat, guys. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in there. I hate when you guys ever notice when you first put ketchup in, sometimes it's real watery. That's the worst. What's up, JJ? Hamburger, steak, and eggs. Will Bonet recipe. This is a deconstructed one. I do have the bacon. I don't know if I should. You guys are kind of convincing me to do the bacon. I do have bacon. What if I should use bacon? I love bacon on a burger, but sometimes I kind of feel like it's a little overkill. But you know what? I'm going to add a couple pieces of bacon to this. Might as well put a couple of pieces of bacon on here. You guys convinced me, man. We're going all out on this stream. We add some bacon to this. Where's my scissors? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put a little bacon on. We'll cook the bacon in the air fryer, which turns out really good. You guys are convincing me, man. You guys are meat lovers burgers. British bacon is the best. I think I've had British bacon one time when I was in London, but it wasn't nothing special to me. I'm not gonna. Here's what I like to add a little bit of too. A little bit of this chili pepper. Just a little bit. I wish I had the regular peppers. But what we'll do is we'll stir this up. This is kind of my go-to burger sauce. When I do have non-carnivore, I put up a little crushed garlic in here. And sometimes I even put up a little bit of the chopped up red spicy peppers. So I love this little kind of go-to sauce. No, I'm a pretty scared food trier. I'm very basic. I don't eat seafood. I don't eat pate. I don't eat a lot of stuff. So I'm very simple. I have kind of branched off and tried some other stuff. But I had the English breakfast when I went to London. Nothing crazy. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible. There's my sauce. We'll pop this in the refrigerator. Let me turn on. Let me put the air fryer on now, guys. I'm moving like a madman. We gotta wash this. We'll set you guys up on the pork pies. What's the recipe of your source? My head. I don't really. Sometimes I'll use other people's recipes, but usually, man, I kind of do my own thing. Unless there's some special kind. But I usually just kind of wing it. I kind of usually always use the same style of ingredients. When I cook non-carnivore, I usually almost always use grilled mushrooms, grilled peppers, and grilled onions. Those are kind of my go-to ingredients that I like to use. Just wash this off. I can already smell the bacon, man. I haven't done bacon burgers in a while, actually, though. Man, I'm telling you, though, I really, really miss my my cast iron skillet. So it was one like that. It was that long. And then you put it on your 2 gas burners on your stove back in the USA, and I would heat that thing up, and man, I would make some of the best burgers ever. I miss that so much. I have no clue. Fluffy bought this. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a China loaded with chemical pan, but not much I can do. Jackie, what's up? What's up? I'll make my eggs in a minute, and I'll let those burgers set up. Not yet. I will in a couple months. So I guess timing is everything in cooking. You got to time everything correctly. So I'm gonna make the eggs first. I'm gonna put them down as my buns. The bacon should be cooking. You know what? I'll start. This is what we'll do. We'll start my buns. The egg buns. I always like to have a towel when I cook, so you can always wipe your hands off. That's kind of a tradition. Sometimes I don't even know that I pick it up. It's kind of a second habit. I can't add any carbs, man. I'm doing the carnivore. I'm already pushing it by you guys just see me make that sauce. That sauce is a little bad for me, but I'm gonna have the buns are gonna be eggs. Burger obviously is fine. Cheese and bacon. I don't know. I have a hit and miss with this pan. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I don't really care for it. I don't really care for it sometimes. Go all out? What do you mean go all out? I can't do any carbs, so I've been doing carnivore for 32 days. I messed up the other day. One time I had some pizza, but we're back on track. We're back on track. We can't mess up, man. We can't mess up. Cake. Cake would kill me, man. Not kill me literally, but I can't do it, man. I've been doing carnivore. I did carnivore 30 days straight, and I messed up the other day. I'm not even going to blame it on anything. We were doing random AI-generated restaurants. So I guess we could start cooking the eggs. You guys want to see our eggs? Here's our eggs. The eggs. But eggs come in a carton of 10 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No 12 eggs. But these 10 eggs are exactly $1 US. So we'll use 2 of them. There's 2 buns, obviously. Unless you're doing a Big Mac. Ooh, that's almost an idea. Make a carnivore Big Mac using 3 eggs as the buns. That's a pretty good idea. The Detroit style pizza was okay. I still prefer Gilda's. I still prefer Gilda's. I don't know. I'm just so used to 12. Plus you get more. I don't know why they do it in 10. I've never seen another country do it in 10s. I don't understand that. I'm almost at the end of my butter, which is okay because you guys seen I have my, I don't know what you guys would call it. Would you call it pork tallow? I just call it bacon grease. Everywhere else in the world you have egg cartons? I don't think so. When I go to the Philippines, I think the Philippines has 12. I've never been, but I don't really buy eggs in other countries too much, so can't really say, but I was always shocked about that. Yeah, I guess bacon grease, but it's weird because they call beef tallow. Maybe pork fat? I don't know. It's kind of weird, though, that there's not a name. There has to be a name for the pork version of tallow. So, what we'll do... Some of you guys are going to hate how I make my eggs. I don't really mind because they're just more as buns. But, man, I don't know why. Half the time these eggs, the yolks break. I don't know why. It's a hit or miss. In the USA, I never would have eggs break. But you guys will see when I just kind of crack it. That one didn't break. Okay. Usually, they'll break. What do you mean, what is brimmed? I don't know what that is. I don't know what brimmed means. These are going to be my buns, though. Let's add a little salt to this. Salt is no problem on carnivore. Actually, they encourage you to use a good amount of salt. I know some of you guys are egg fanatics, and you guys are like, oh, I only like mine sunny side up. I don't really care. Like, as long as my egg's not extremely liquidy, anything else is fine. And this is going to be a bun, so I don't want the egg to be leaking everywhere. So these are going to be buns. So for me, I don't mind cooking them a little longer. Salted water. So 12 eggs per carton. Out here it's just 10. But 10 of them is $1 US. So if you really want to break it down, a dozen eggs here is about $1.20. It's about $1.20. Let's check on our bacon. Bacon's getting there. Yeah, eggs are extremely cheap here. See, my problem is I wouldn't mind when I eat like eggs with breakfast stuff. I wouldn't mind having my yolk like that, but the problem is as soon as I turn that, it always cracks. I don't know how you guys turn your eggs when the yolk is still kind of loose, and when you flip it, I always break it. I don't know how you guys can flip it like that. I have no clue how you guys do that, but mine always breaks when it's that loose. What's up, Matt? You're back again, buddy. What's up? We're making my carnivore burger. Lower temp? I just don't understand. These are so fragile that when you flip it, the hitting the pan usually messes it up. I can't not turn it. I cannot eat eggs that are not cooked like that. I have to have both sides cooked. Now, even if it's just a small amount of time, let's see if it breaks. I don't think it's going to break. But I cannot just have an uncooked side. I just can't. Mentally, I can't. I need to cook both sides. I can't see. Where am I going to store a chicken at over here, buddy? I've seen the pan stuff. I've seen that little trick. There's my crispy bottom. So you know what's weird? I eat a lot of eggs, right? But I cannot eat eggs plain. I'm not an eggs plain guy. I need eggs usually to be on a piece of toast or with bacon, but I just can't dig in. I just can't dig into a egg. I don't know why. Some of you guys are gonna get mad. Look at how the egg turned out. But this is perfectly fine for my bun. I have no problem with that. Let's cook another one, my other bun. Add a little butter in here. Butter is definitely your friend on carnivore. It's too hot? I don't know. That's how I cook mine every day. I don't mind it. For me, I don't mind it. There we go. We'll just... I don't have the... There we go, the motor wasn't on. I don't really hear it though. Seems like it's not really working that good. Watch, I have a feeling this one will break. Ah, look at that. What's up? It didn't break, but that egg was giving me a hard time opening. You guys see that? Buy a whole farm. So my bacon is done. I kind of cooked it a little too long, but not too bad. Not too bad. So you guys can see the burger is coming along. There's my bacon. There's my bottom bun. There's my top bun. Now we'll break out my patties. Here's the star of the show, guys. Here's the star of the show. Look at those nice sized patties. They will shrink though, I'm telling you guys right now. They will get smaller, so. I don't know if you guys can convert it, but I bought 160, so I bought 320 grams of beef. So I don't know what that translates in ounces. Have you noticed any difference in how you feel? Not really. I know so many people rave. I'm not gonna say I felt anything good or bad. Hey, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, buddy. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it. The one thing I will say though, I'm never hungry. I eat 2 meals a day. I eat about 1 o'clock, and then I eat about 7 o'clock, and I'm just never hungry. Before, when I do non-carnivore, I get hungry throughout the day. But that's the one thing is, I never get hungry on carnivore. I didn't know that. That's 100. I see over here it's showing me a gem. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it very much, man. I have no clue. That's the first time I ever got it, so big thumbs up. But look, see, my egg yolk broke. See, when I flip it over, when it's like that, it breaks. But man, big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I've never got one of those before. I don't know what it is, but big thumbs up, buddy. I appreciate it. But look at my egg yolk breaking. I've never seen them. That's my first time. But once again, I appreciate it. So, I cook my burger patties high. So, as soon as this egg comes off, we'll crank this up. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Wasn't me. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. Big thumbs up and a heart for that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, buddy. I think this one is almost done. Let's just... I think it's done. It should be done. We're going to crank this up a little bit higher because I do cook my burgers. I cook my burgers on higher heat. So if you guys can see, look at this. There's my buns and there's my bacon. So there we go. Man, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Big thumbs up. I appreciate it. No, man, we appreciate anything. I never expect to get anything on here. I'm not like some of the YouTubers that go around and demand stuff. So I appreciate it, man. So we're getting this very hot now. I'm going to salt this side. Here's my salting side. So I never salt my burgers until I'm just about to put them on, but I do put a decent amount of salt on. I always break my eggs. I always break my eggs too. You guys just seen I broke one of them. So I'll put a little bit. I like to salt mine because I don't really put anything else besides salt. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys helping the channel. And now what I'll do, hopefully this won't mess up. We'll try to do this without... Yeah! It went off to the side a little bit, but screw it. You don't want to lose any of that beef. The only thing about making these larger patties is when you flip them, sometimes they break. Deer meat? Never had deer meat. And then, what the hell did I do with it? There we go. I got the dreaded, you guys will, like I said, you guys can dog me for this, but I have the crappy cheese. Let me cut up my bacon real quick so it's all ready to go. We'll leave that. Yeah, I didn't get it in the center of the pan, but let's try to make up for it by putting that over a little bit. I don't know if Tank is naive or he's a lower troll. He's not really doing a good job, but like I said, trolls can stay in as long as they don't cross the line. But We'll see. We let people hang themselves. I like to cut up my bacon a little bit. I don't know. The only thing I just don't like about bacon is when they give you the strips and then you bite into them. You got to pull the whole bacon out and you get it all in one bite. It's okay, buddy. We don't need any donations. It's okay. We don't ever ask for them. If they happen, they happen. But no problem. Here's the buns, guys. Look, this is gonna be my carnivore buns. Carnivore buns. Carnivore. There's my bacon. So you can see now that the burger's getting good. I try to keep it on as long as it can because I like a little bit of char on that other side. Alright, if you unsubscribe, we'll kick you out. I mean, we just don't like the people that are trying to steal all the attention. The people that like to run their mouth. I'm a very nice person, but sometimes people irk me, and we have no problem getting rid of people. I'll give them one more strike. Like I said, people hang themselves. You can always tell the trolls. Trolls never ease into it. They always come guns a-blazing from the start. So, but I always let them hang themselves. So this is getting pretty good. I just don't want to flip it yet, but we will salt this side. We didn't salt this side yet. Sprinkle more. Can't use too much seasoning with the carnivore diet, Tank. Not sure if you popped in at the wrong time, but we're doing the carnivore, so there's not much that you can put on it. We are going to put some cheese, though. And I am kind of messing it up with that slightly non-carnivore sauce. Where's my spatula? We're going to flip this. I just hope it's not going to break. Yeah, it's breaking. See, that's the problem about these larger patties. I hate it. I should have probably let it cook. Yeah, it's gonna break. It's gonna break, man. You guys see it's gonna break. I'll leave it for a little bit longer. So in the morning, I used to eat 2 fried eggs with like 3 or 4 pieces of bacon. Now I've added an extra egg. And I eat them like tacos. So I make a fried egg, and then I cut up some bacon almost the same way I cut up the bacon there. And then I put them on, and then I kind of like roll them up, and I eat them like a taco. Let's try to do this. It's gonna. That's the only thing. This first one always breaks, man. But screw it. That first one always breaks. Always breaks. Yeah, these are smash burgers. Saudi Arabia. I've never been out to the Middle East, but one day. My goal is to go to at least 100 countries, so one day I'll get out there. Hopefully. We do have the inferior cheese, but what are you going to do? So we're going to start building this burger. Here's what we're going to do, guys. This first one always does not come out good, but kind of pretty much done. Let's do this, guys. Let's try to. I'll show you guys. This one's a little bit larger, so we'll put that on there. So, see, the beef is falling apart. So we'll show you guys this one while I slap that other patty on. Yeah, that cheese is just a cheap, random, crappy cheese. The cheese is nothing, guys. I should be using another cheese, but what are you going to do, guys? What are you going to do? We'll slap this last patty in there really quickly. There, we got that one a little bit more center in the pan. Let me wash my hands. We'll start adding this bacon. That's what some people think, but I kind of on the other boat, Arvis. I've noticed some good stuff, but like I said, you'll never get everyone to agree with certain stuff, so it's everyone's personal take. Everyone's personal take. I've got the dollar store cheese before, the shredded cheese, and I learned. I cooked a pizza with it, and after 20 minutes, the okay, Christopher, I'm gonna help you out, buddy. I'm gonna help you out. I should kick Tank out, but I just don't like when people cause other people. But we'll leave him. We'll leave him. We'll think him. We'll leave him. We're gonna give people chances, man. Sometimes people change. I was gonna do it because there was other people complaining about him, but it's okay. Just we'll focus on the burger. The other burger's cooking now. We got some more dishes to wash tonight. This burger I think will come out a little bit better. It's always the second one that always cooks better. Man, California has some great cheese, guys. California, I miss cheese in California too. We'll hit this with a little bit more salt. This side, this is the second patty. Yeah, the only thing about these bigger patties is that when you flip them, they're a little too heavy for the spatula. So let's get our plate out. Let's get our sauce out. What's up, Kevin? I think I'm trying to catch up with everyone. Europe, Italy and France have some good cheese. I'm telling you guys, California, I think people that live in California, they have some good cheeses too, man. We got some good cheeses. Especially there's a lot of good Mexican cheeses in California too. This side's almost ready to flip. I do like that the crust on the burgers though. This is going to be a nice thick patty. It's going to be thick because of the double patty, but you guys can see they're pretty thin-ish patties. So I forgot who asked me. I think it was Diane earlier. She asked, how long do I cook each side for? So there we go. Stolen valor. I don't know what you mean. Right here? No clue what you're talking about. I'm going to flip this patty in a second. We'll give it a couple more seconds. I made burgers once and put them in tortilla wraps. I think I've done a tortilla burger before too. I didn't have any patties. I didn't have any buns. See, man, the only thing about these bigger patties is that they're so hard to flip. But let's try to do this really quickly. See, this one, yeah, man, it fell apart, but you guys can see it's much more crispier. But what are we gonna do? So we're practically done. All we got to do is wait for this cheese to melt just a little bit. But the burger is falling apart. And then that's the thing that I'm telling you guys about these patties. They're more moist and wet. You got to kind of let them get the moisture out, or else they kind of do this. Not sure who Stephen Holmes is, but... How much were the ingredients? I paid $100,000 for the beef. That's about $4, but I got about 300 grams. Not sure what 300 grams translates. I bet it's probably like 9 or 10 ounces. So I think we're almost practically done on this end. Let's try to not have this burger fall apart anymore. Man, this is a monster of a burger, guys. Watch when you guys see this. Yeah, this is a monster. But actually, I have not. Look at this. Look at this monster of a patty. Look at that. Let's put this bacon on just to kind of finish it up. Let's put that top bun, the top bun, we're even calling it a bun still, but the top egg. Look at that. Last view before you put that egg on. Look at that. It looks amazing. I hope it tastes amazing. No, I actually kind of think the opposite. Rent is going up here in Da Nang, but everything else is very cheap. There we go. That's a carnivore burger. It has bacon, cheese, and two smash patties, but they're very large. I'm going to show you guys my little move that helps you eat it a little better. What I do is I kind of smush it down with the knife just to make sure it's a little bit more flat to eat. And I'm a guy, some of you guys dog me on this, but I'm going to cut my burger in half. Especially a bigger burger, I'm going to cut my burger in half kind of guy. A lot of the main regulars, like JV's not in here. Who else? Elvis. A lot of you guys aren't in here, man. You guys missed the burger show. Let's show you guys. That's the inside right there. Let's put this on the plate. Yeah, let's try to get this off. Damn, a whole chunk of the patty came out, but look at that. Look at how much meat is still. That's the problem, man. You gotta let this meat kind of dry up before you cook it. Let's try to squeeze this in here, but if not, it'll still all get eaten. Cannot waste any of this ground beef. So we will, let me set this up over here. There's a little bit of my sauce. Spoon. We are gonna cheat, man. Remember I told you guys we're gonna cheat with that sauce. You guys are gonna make me feel bad, but I'm telling you, that sauce definitely bumps it up at least one notch. So let's get back in here. Let me catch up on your guys' messages. Where is the sauce? The sauce is right here. I shouldn't be eating the sauce. This is carnivore and I'm messing up. Yes, now you guys understand, because the Bonet is $1.30. No dishes, no prep, no none of that. Eating out is extremely cheap here. It might not technically be exactly as cheap, but when you factor in everything, it's pretty damn good value. When I rented, the price was usually cranked at 40% contract. I always negotiate, man. That's the big thing here. You got to negotiate. So here we go, man. Here's the moment of truth. We're gonna try this. Let me try to pick this up. This is gonna be hard to pick up, guys. Because remember, this is an egg. This isn't a bun, so it's not that stable. So we'll try to do it like this before it falls apart. I do put a little bit of this sauce. Watch this. I'll put a little bit of that sauce. And I'm gonna give you guys my 100% reaction. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. I don't want to drop any of this. Damn, let me wipe this off a little bit. Messed it up even more. Why is it not coming in good? But here we go. Let's try this. Very good. Very. Oh, I just lost a piece of meat. Watch though. That burger, that first patty is falling apart. Wasn't me. I appreciate it, buddy, man. Thank you very much, buddy. The meat is good. I wish I would have been able to keep it in the fridge and let it dry out, because then it wouldn't have been this crumbly. The Vietnam meat, it's kind of a compliment for them to say that it's so fresh, but that causes more moisture. In USA, I guess I'm not going to say dry age, but they age their meat after they butcher it. Here, I've noticed if I set up my patties raw and then I put them in the refrigerator for a day, the patties don't fall apart and they're much more dry. Very good. The egg bun is not bad, guys. I've tried other things and it never tastes as good. But the egg bun is good. Look at how much of my freaking burger's falling apart though. I'm going to try to eat my next. Your next what? I'm going to use a little bit of that. No, no, you're not supposed to. I do sometimes cheat a little, Jim. I do put a little grilled onion on it. This time I didn't, but every once in a while I will. I'm telling you, man. If you could not have a bun, a fried egg is not that bad. Watch now. Everyone's gonna start using the fried eggs for the bun now. But it's a great option, man. Look how much meat is still. So this burger is huge. I made 2 patties. The problem is they give you 2 smaller. So those meat come individually wrapped and they're usually like 160 grams, which is just a tad too little for me, which means you got to buy 2. And I don't want to make 2 days worth, like a small patty one day and then a small patty the second day. So I just use them all at once. The meat is good though. Look at all that leftover meat just falling off. But look at that goodness. That's bacon, that's cheese, and beef. That's the go-to #1 thing on the carnivore. Beef, cheese, or actually it's beef, butter, and bacon, but cheese also. My water. You guys can hear I got some ice in it. I've been so thirsty today. So thirsty. This is good, man. I haven't had, I was going to say I haven't had milk in a long time, but I had a little bit of milk a couple weeks ago when I made the yogurt. But before that, I probably didn't have milk in probably a year. I've only had milk maybe once or maybe twice in the past year and a half in Asia. Now, the only time I can really drink milk is like when I have sweets. So I have like cookies or have some cake or something. I will want a little bit of milk, but I'm not really a plain milk guy. Chocolate milk, yeah. These are big though. I don't know how you can convert this. Actually, you know what? Let me try to convert it. Anyone know what 300 and it was 160 and 170 grams. So 330. What is 330 into, let me see, 330 grams into ounces. I think it's about 9 or 10 ounces. 330 grams. There it goes. 11 and a half ounces. 11 and a half ounces. So that's a big burger. That's like, shoot, quarter pounders are 4 ounces. So 4 or 8. This is almost 4 quarter pounders before it's being cooked. It's probably like 3 quarter pounders. That's probably what this is. So it's a good amount of meat. Because a pound of meat, is 450 grams. This is about 320 grams. So this is just a little, it's not a full pound. It's like 12 ounces. Let's try to eat this one. This one's not as, look at that. What do you guys think? Would you guys eat this? Yeah, I definitely feel lighter. And I'm never hungry. I'm never hungry. I think the total weight of this burger before it was cooked was about 330 grams. Let's try this. Look at that, man. Let me try a little bit of this again. You guys love the burger is good though. I'm telling you guys. Messy, but it's very good. I don't know why this screen. There we go. I think that's a little better. I can't do the grams, man. I don't like everything by the thousands. Ketchup. I can't. It's good. It's definitely good. Where? She's gonna come back next month. Shirt. Hold on. Hopefully, I didn't get anything on it. I'm a classic. I'm not old. I was locked up for 17 years. 17 years. Actually 44 years, but I'm only 43. You want to say locked up? Maybe locked up in the USA? Maybe 36 years. You guys are kind of the first people to kind of hear this because I'm still weighing it out. But I went to go pay my Visa bus run today. I don't know. Someone's joking about prison, so it's a troll. So I gave him a troll answer. I've been in jail, but it was only for 1 day. That was about 2 months after I turned 18. Whole different story. I went to go pay my Visa run today, and they raised the price on one of the Visa runs. So remember, there's a longer one, like 14, 15 hours, and there's the one that I do that's like between 11 and 12 hours. That one between 11 and 12 hours, they bumped it up. So now it's 5 million. So it's 5 million now, which is like 190 bucks. So the cheapest option is to go do a round trip to Kuala Lumpur for 100 bucks. But I've never been to Kuala Lumpur. Fluffy's not here. So I don't really want to go do a new country by myself that I've never been to. So I'm kind of, that's still in the back of my mind. I got until Monday to go back down there and do it. Um, I can go do Bangkok for like 140 round trip. But remember, if I leave the country, I gotta leave and I gotta wait for my new e-visa, which is gonna take 3 to 5 days, maybe longer, depending on what happens with your visa. Some people get a little bit um, longer. Um, but then the other option is a much more expensive ticket, like $210 round trip to the Philippines. Um, I'm kind of debating that. So there's Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, the Philippines, or there's just suck it up, go pay the $190 compared to like the 165 or 170 that I paid last time on the Visa bus run and get it all done in the day. So those are kind of my options. Matt, technically yes, but to do that, you have to pay for a rush visa, which is like an additional $70. So let's say you did the Kuala Lumpur for $100, you would pay the $70 4-hour rush visa. So you'd pay $100 for the round trip, and then you'd pay the $70 emergency 4-hour visa. Bangkok, you would do $140 and pay the $70. So you technically can do it, but at that point, for me, why not use that $70 to stay for 3 or 4 nights at a $20 a night hotel in Bangkok or in Kuala Lumpur and basically get a few nights out of that $70 rather than just turning straight around? I think someone deleted their comment. You guys can delete your comments. I don't know. I think Matt, it says he retracted it. I didn't do anything. You guys seen I had my hands down, but sometimes people do that. I don't really censor anybody, man. It takes a lot to get kicked out of the room, but people still manage to do it somehow. So people, as nice and kind of overlooking a lot of things, people still manage to get kicked out. I think it was a long time. I think for like first 4 or 5 months, I never kicked anybody out. If I stayed where? Not tonight. Today is Friday. Fireworks only on Saturday. Fluffy never remembers days. No, because prison serves you crap food. There's probably a whole bunch. They just probably fill you up with a lot of carbs. I mean, a lot of people just stay in their cell. This is a good burger, guys. I wonder how many people are going to start doing the fried egg bun. I mean, it's great for carnivore. I'm sure other people have thought of it. Fluffy the comedian. No, we're talking about Fluffy right there in the chat. But I know Fluffy the comedian. I know who you guys are talking about. I was wondering why my sauce is a little spicy, but I forgot I put some chili pepper in it. I was like, why the hell is it spicy? It was just mayo and a little bit of ketchup. I met her in the Philippines in 2022. So a long time ago. At the end of 2022. At the end of 2022. We'll finish this last bite, guys. We'll show you guys. Look at that. You know, it seems like the first bite and the last bite are always the best bites. But there's your bacon, there's your cheese, your beef. Fluffy, the name Fluffy backfired on her because she used to try to call me Fluffy. And then I started calling her Fluffy. And then everyone else started calling her Fluffy. So if she would have never started calling me Fluffy, she would have never got that nickname. So she can blame herself for it. She's the one that started it, trying to use it on me, and it backfired. So she can thank herself. And then some people, remember some people called her full figure. It will be harder, not particularly, it'll be harder just because she doesn't do carnivore, so she'll be going out and I'll say like, okay, I might as well go out when she goes out. Whereas now I can literally lock myself in here, do my editing, and just cook like this. Whereas her, she'll want to go get stuff and try stuff, and then when I'm with her, it's very tempting. It's very tempting. I just cut my hair today. Sue, I think, is Gypsy. I think that's Gypsy. Gypsy's the only one that's obsessed with seeing with my hair. It's the only person. So I think that's Gypsy, guys. Gypsy came in underneath a woman's name. Gypsy. Maybe he's a cross-dresser. I don't have dessert. I can't eat dessert on here. I can't eat dessert on the carnivore. Gypsy is unusually obsessed with hair. You see my beard? I think I was like this for maybe one day longer. And he used to always come into my live stream back when he was just a normal, regular guy. He was like, before you get on live stream, you need to shave your beard. You need to have some respect for your audience. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, he was just a normal, all right. He was a little weird on his comments on my uploaded videos. And I kind of was like, you guys know I just blow off the comments. They don't bother me. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, no, I'm serious. You need to shave. You need to have some respect for your viewers. And I was like, and then he said something stupid, so I kicked him for 24 hours. That was probably, I bet it was close to almost a year ago. When I did that, I didn't even ban him. I just kicked him out for 24 hours because he was just being a little weird. And then after that, when I kicked him for 24 hours, after that he just went crazy. And then he started always coming in here. And that's why we kind of put him on camera on the beach, and he was terrified. I haven't seen him out. I haven't seen him out. But every time I run into him, he's always quiet. He talks so much crap on here, but whenever I see him in person and I put the camera in his face and I ask him why can't he say what he says on the live streams in person, he cowers away and runs away. But he's the only one. He was the only one that's like, let me see your hair. And I'm like, aren't you a grown man? You're 70-something years old asking to see another man's hair? Very weird. So that's what gave me the little weird vibe that Sue is really Gypsy. Because Sue has never been in here, and all of a sudden Sue wants to see my hairline. So, I don't know. Just weird. Trolls, you usually can tell. I've done this enough. Trolls, if trolls were smart, they would come in and they'd be like, oh, I just started watching your channel. Cool, this. Trolls are really other people, then they create another name, and they're mad about something that happened on your stream in a previous session. So they're not smart enough to kind of slow play it, so they come back in guns blazing when they first come back in, and they go back to that topic that they either got kicked out or were upset about. That's how they always give themselves away. I am a Kings fan. That's why I actually have 2 Kings hats. A year and a half, man. I couldn't 100% do it. I'm telling you guys, I would break it I'm trying to go as long without breaking. I went 32 days without breaking it at all, and I've done 2 or 3 mess ups. Yeah, I'm not wearing a suit. I don't know, man. It's weird. Gypsy is a weird dude. He's like 75 years old, 70 something years old, and he's a really weird dude. I I honestly don't know if he has all his marbles, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Trolls don't really bother me. I just think he gives a weird vibe. Like he might have some 40, 50 years ago, he might have some bodies buried somewhere. He's just a weird guy. He's very, I don't even know the word. I'm definitely feeling smaller. Fluffy keeps telling me, "Oh, you need to go weigh yourself." I don't really want to, because if it's not that great of what I think, then I might go like, "Oh man, I might as well get a Trot Talk." So we'll do it. We'll do it soon. But I don't want to do it and then either get too high, like, "Wow, that's a lot," or, "Oh man, I wish it was more," and then kind of get discouraged. So I don't want to really check. But I definitely, two things on the carnivore. I definitely am never hungry. Like, I'll eat this. What time is it now? It's 8:40. I will not eat again until probably 1 or 2 o'clock tomorrow. So it's like 16 or, I always usually do at least 16 hours before I eat the next day. I passed up on Trot Talks like twice in the past week, and it was extremely hard. I was coming back from the market, and I was sweating, man. It was hot. It's more humid than hot, and there was a Trot Talk right there. And this is how you guys know it was a sign, because I was like, "Oh, okay." I come to this lady sometimes, and I walked over there, and there was 3 people in line, and it was just one lady, so she was slowly making someone's drink, and it was like 3 or 4 minutes that I waited, and she wasn't even at the second person. I was like, "Screw it. I'm not going to wait another 5 minutes," and I just walked away. "Thank you for your stream, but I have to tend my son." Okay, man, I appreciate it. We're going to try to do some more, man. I always love doing the live streams. We used to do them every single day when Fluffy was here. I've been kind of taking care of business more and just not going out as much. But actually, the past couple nights, you guys have been seeing me go out with our buddy back from the USA, Mark. We did the streams on that. We're going to do some more. Mark didn't want to go out to dinner tonight, so I was like, "Cool, no problem. I haven't cooked in a while. I wanted to cook." But I think we'll probably go out to dinner tomorrow, so I think you guys will probably get a live stream tomorrow. But I appreciated it wasn't me. And man, remember, if you guys haven't, please just hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000. I haven't checked my subscribers in a while, because I haven't done much content. Damn, where did I put my other phone? Where is my other... Oh. My other phone, here it goes. Is it... No, the stream should be working fine, right? Are you guys... Let me see. If the stream should be working good. Let me know. Is it freezing or something? Let me know. Nah, it's working. So let me give you guys the update on what we're at subscribers wise. We're a little over 3,000, I think, away from 10,000. Okay, here we are. 6,581. So we have right around 3,400 to go. 3,400 about. So hopefully we can get to that 3,400, guys. 3,400 by December 31st is the goal, which I think, if I remember correctly, is about 16 subscribers per day. We're at 3,400. I don't even know how many days are left. How many days are left? I know no one knows off the top of their head, but we'll go to my best friend Bing. How many days left until December 31st? They're telling me it is 209 days. So divided by 209 days, yeah. So I need 16.2 subscribers for the rest of the year. So if every live stream we do, if we can get 16 subscribers, man, we can get there. I can only do it with your guys' help. I I've never been to Kuala Lumpur. Everybody that I've heard, they definitely have said, on average, Kuala Lumpur is more expensive. I don't know why my screen looks so bad. I keep wiping off the screen. Maybe I should... Oh. No, it's not the lighting. No, the screen doesn't look that good tonight. But everyone has said Kuala Lumpur on a level playing field is more expensive than Bangkok. So everyone tells me that. Kuala Lumpur more expensive. I haven't went. If Fluffy would have been here, if she would have been here right now, I think we would have went and done the Kuala Lumpur visa run instead of doing the $200 visa bus run. If she would have been here, I think we would have both went and did that visa bus run. We would have done the Kuala Lumpur. It would have been the cheapest. It would have been $100 for me, $100 for her, and then we would have stayed at a hotel. So, but I just don't, I've traveled to about 14 or 15 countries by myself. So I shouldn't have a problem with it, but for some reason I just don't want to, right now I just don't want to do another country by myself. But actually, we might still do Kuala Lumpur no matter what, because if I do go to the Philippines, I have a layover in Kuala Lumpur. That's another thing, and it's 15 hours, which means I would rent a hotel in Kuala Lumpur. So I'd basically get there about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then the plane doesn't leave till the next morning at 8 or 9, I think it is. So I actually, even if I go to the Philippines, I think I would be spending a day in Kuala Lumpur. We do want to do some merchandise. There is definitely a plan for that. I'm just procrastinating and kind of a little behind on stuff, but there is a couple of ideas for some merchandise stuff, but we'll see. We need to, my biggest goal is to start breaking even financially on this channel, man. Like I said, we're breaking about 60 or 70% of what I pay a month. My number one goal is to start breaking even financially. That would be my number one goal. And probably the other goal is to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. That's just like a nice milestone for me. There is plans. I even tried to start something and do it, and the way that I tried to do it didn't come out correctly. So I kind of procrastinated and didn't look deeper into it, but I had my perfect idea, and the design, it didn't really work on the site that I knew. So what I probably should have done is kind of contacted someone that knew a better way to do what I was trying to do, and I just kind of put it off. We won't go when you come back, though, because remember, we're going to still be, our visas are going to be off. That's the problem. My visa run is June 20th, and then my next will be September 20th. But Fluffy's not coming back to like the end of July, so her visa run won't be till October, if we're even here. So hers won't be till October, so it makes absolutely no sense for me and her to go when she's got a valid visa. That's the problem. That is the problem. So almost the whole time we've ever been in Vietnam, we've never had the same visa, meaning we both had 90 days, but she's always been like a month after mine. So we never do our visa runs together. If she would have came back this month, our next visa run would have been lined up, but she's not coming back for another month. But that's how things work, guys. Dinner was good, man. The thing that sucks is I gotta wash those dishes now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy the dinner? Did you guys enjoy it, man? Was it good? What'd you guys think? A big thumbs up to everybody. Wasn't me. Everybody that contributed, I really appreciate it. Matt, everybody, even from the previous stream. I can't pull up the previous stream because remember we ended it to do the cooking stream. A big thumbs up to all those people too. I really appreciate it. And big thumbs up to everybody that subscribed too. You guys didn't taste it, so I don't know how you guys could think it's amazing, but hopefully you guys enjoyed how it looked. It was good, man. I'm telling you, I'm very surprised at how that fried egg bun works pretty good. I've used some other stuff, like they had like those little egg, they're called like egg egg sheets or whatever the hell they're called. I've tried doing those and they just don't taste as good. And I've tried other things. People say like, "Oh, use a thick slice of tomato," and it just never feels good. But that egg is one of the best substitutes in my opinion for what I like. I do like that. But guys, man, it's hot. I gotta do some dishes in a little bit. Man, I still have that freaking gnaw training video that I gotta finish. All I gotta do is put B-roll over it, but it's mostly done. I keep getting distracted. I had to do my visa. Well, I still didn't accomplish that. I had to go pay for my visa today. Didn't finish that. Yesterday, I had to go to the market. I went and did that. Um, I bought three. You know what else? I'll show you guys what else I bought today. I've been having bad luck with my phone chargers, the cords themselves. So I went to the market. That's the cheapest place. So what happened is the other night, my charging cord, so this one's new. You guys can see it's kind of a weird. You know these are usually metal, but this is like a plastic or something. Let me show you guys what the kind of material this is. So it's like a weird, you know how these are usually metal? This is like a plastic. So what happened was the other night my charger wasn't working, my charging cord wasn't working at all. So I was like, screw it, damn, let me go downstairs. And I passed the dollar store the same night, and I should have probably got it there. They weren't $1, they were like more like $2, but I passed on it. And then as soon as I got home, I tried to plug my charger, and it just wasn't working. And I have a whole handful of them, and every single charger looks like it's kind of messed up. I don't know why, but I said, okay, let me go downstairs to the Q Mart. I went down there. I was like, "Hey, can I get a charging cord?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got them." You know how much they told me? 150,000. And I was like, "Damn! I just passed up at the dollar store for 60,000, which I thought was a lot." Because at the market, at the Bachmayan market, they used to be 25,000, but now they're 30, and they wanted to charge 150. So I went to the market today, and I tried to get a deal. So I got another one, and I asked the lady, "How much for this?" She goes, "Oh, 30." I was like, "Come on! Last time you gave them to me for 25." And then she was like, "No, I can't do 25." I was like, "Come on." I was like, "What if I get two? If I get two, give me two for 50. No, I can't. No, I can't. So I was like, "Give me two for 50. She's like, "No, I can't do it." So I go, "Man, how much if I get three?" And she said, "Oh, 90." And I was like, "You're not even giving me a discount." And she goes, "Okay, 80, 80." So now I bought 3 new charging cords. Man, you missed it, JV. I just made my burger. We just had a cooking stream. You missed it. Man, if you go back about 15 minutes, you'll see one of the nicest burgers, carnivore burger. Big patty, 2 smash patties, cheese with fried egg buns. You missed it, man. You missed it. You missed my homemade amazing burger I just finished up. You can even see the cutting board is still over there for my burger. You missed it, man. Yep, you're always late. You missed the good one. So now I have the brand new cord that's in the phone, and now I got 3 more. So I should be good on charging cords. So I got 3 charging cords for 80,000. So basically I paid about $3.10 for 3 chargers. So I should be good on chargers. I have a total of 4 brand new chargers. I brought tons of charging cords, and somehow over the past year and a half, they've messed up, or I don't know what happened. I think I gave Fluffy a couple too, though. But I had a lot, and somehow almost none of them work now. Yeah, man, you missed it. I even had my passport all day. I need to check. I got so much stuff in here. I don't even know what's all in my passport. I love this, man. I love having a pen in your passport. Always keep a pen. Because sometimes you guys got to fill out those paperwork stuff on a plane. And last thing you want to do is go look for a pen. But I got my pen in there. I like this. These are supposed to be for SIM cards. So they got a cool little SIM card slot on this little passport case. You guys know what this is. The COVID card. I got the COVID card without... You guys always ask me how I did that. Let's just say... money talks. Because I was not going to be a damn guinea pig getting that shot, man. I got my social security card. I didn't know I brought my social security card. Without exposing my stuff. Social security card out here. I didn't know I had that in my passport. Good thing I looked. What do you mean a hard copy? I don't think there's a hard copy one. Not that I know of. What's in here? Why the hell do I got this? I got a whole freaking Vinaphone SIM card that's never been used. How the hell did I get that? That's weird. That was in my passport. Passport and a visa to go to Vietnam. Vietnam, you do an e-visa. It's very simple. It maybe takes 10 minutes to e-visa. You do it online. It's basically asking you to upload a picture of your face with a white background. You could do it in your house. I did it myself. And you got to take a picture of your front page of your passport. You take a picture of this, and then you upload it on the website, and then they ask you random questions like where you're from, your passport number. It's very easy, about 10 minutes. You send that in with $25. You pay online, and then usually in about 3 or 4 business days, you get your e-visa, and you get a 90-day e-visa for Americans. USA driver's license are not valid here, so Americans legally can't drive here unless you do a 50cc or less scooter. Anybody can drive a 50cc or less scooter. Lots of people still drive without that, and out here it's not like the police in the USA. If you get pulled over, they're gonna bribe you, and then you pay a fine to the cop, $20, usually $10, $20, and then they'll let you go. Most of the time, that's how it works out here. Passport, I don't know how much. I hate to say it like this, but I don't like doing videos where I'm not an expert, or at least a good amount. I know kind of the rough stuff about passports, but I just hate giving people 75% info. A lot of YouTubers will just like start spouting videos, and then you watch and you're like, dude, you're wrong. Like, I've seen people do visa videos, and like a lot of their stuff is wrong, and I just don't want to be that guy. But I don't really know too much about passport stuff. The biggest thing about my passport that I hate is I have a 10-year visa. I think pretty much all Americans have that. Mine doesn't expire till 2029, but I think my pages are gonna run out before my time does, which sucks because of this crap. This Cambodian visa takes up half the page. So look, so here's like these are how most country stamps are. They're like a little stamp, like in a stamp book, right? But this is how Cambodia is not Cambodia, Laos. So it takes up a whole page. So I went there 4 times. So I have 4 different pages of that. So that takes up 4 pages, where most countries are just something like a small little stamp. So now, I'm not going to say I'm running out of pages, but I am. Let's see how many pages I have. This is how many pages I have left. I'm guessing maybe 10. 10-ish. Yeah, mine has the chip. That's the chip. I've never been to Canada, but I've been to Mexico twice. Shockingly, that was my first trip ever. When I was 16, I went to Mexico. And then when I was about 21, I went to the other part of Mexico. So I've been to Cancun and I've been to Puerto Vallarta. That was kind of my only international travel experience from my birth to 21 years old. And then I went from 21 all the way to 37 years old before I left the country again. At 37 is when I left in 2019, and I did most of my travel, 15 countries there. Why did you run out of pages? You got to leave. I didn't run out of pages yet, but I think I'm probably gonna run out of pages before I run out of time because of those big stamps. Those Lao stamps are taking up half of a page, one side of a passport page every time I go, and I've been there 4 times. This would be my 5th time, so that's like 5 one-side pages. I mean, it's a lot. Usually you could fit 8 stamps, 6 stamps on one page. Instead, now you can only fit one. And that's what a lot of people say. A lot of people say that, but I have a feeling that that stuff won't go to electronic until my passport's full. Then once my passport's full, and then I have to go get a new one, I bet you that's when it will. That's my luck. I've never went to any of the border cities in Mexico. Raining, no. It's perfectly fine right now. I'm pretty sure I'll come back to the USA. Probably not for long term, but I'm pretty sure at some point. I'm in my mind, it's not even going to be within a year. Maybe not even within 2 years. But I'm going to say at least, in my opinion, unless something crazy changes or happens back in the USA, I'm saying at least well over a year. I can't predict the future, but in my mind, well over a year at least. And it would just be a short time, probably 2 or 3 weeks, maybe, at least the way that I think of it. Oh man, it's way cheaper over here. I basically put it this way: I get 4 months of living in Danong that I would get 1 month of living back in the Bay Area in California. So basically 4 to 1, 4 to 1 ratio. I live in Danong for $10,000 or less for the whole year for every single bill, every single everything that I pay for. I live for about not between $9,000 and $10,000 a year out here. A civil war. If there's a civil war back in the USA, it's even better. I won't go back. I stayed in rainy season all the time. Rainy season didn't actually even start for a month later, and it doesn't bother me. I don't mind the rain. I just wish and hope when it has rainy season that I'm back in the house before it rains. Hopefully I get all my YouTube videos done and I'm back in the house. Once I'm in the house, I don't care. I hope it rains hard. I love the rain. Yeah, I know. I'm from the Bay Area where it's like one of the most expensive places in all of the United States. Yeah, so everyone always looks at different countries as only the good part, but there is some downsides here, man. Like I'm telling you, like we go to restaurants and sometimes restaurants are just completely closed and moved. Sometimes you go places and they just don't have stuff. So there is downsides out here. Everything's not 100%. You guys see YouTube videos and everything looks nice, but there's definitely some downsides out here. Definitely. But I've been to 20 countries. Every single country I've been to, there's stuff that I don't like about them. Every country I've been to, there's stuff that I like, and there's stuff that I don't like. And Vietnam's no different. There is some stuff that I never get used to or just don't really like. Yep, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from about 30 or 40 minutes away from San Francisco. Oh yeah, the only way I would renew my passport back in the USA is if I had to go back to the USA for something else. But if my passport expires while I'm out here, I would go to Ho Chi Minh or I go to Hanoi. Or maybe even the Philippines, depending on where I was at. But I would not go back to the USA just to do my passport renewal. I won't do that. Now, if I'm over there in the USA for something else, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm running low, maybe I would do my passport then, but I won't go all the way back to the USA just for that. I don't think Matt knows where that city is, but maybe some of you guys do. Dark Brother does, because I think Dark Brother's, supposedly lives in Vacaville, or is always talking about Vacaville. None of our streets got flooded, but I did see some parts of Danong get flooded. But nothing here. It was nothing major. Nothing major in my opinion. It's not like it's just too much hassle all the way to go back to the USA. For one, it's a long trip. For two, it's expensive. For three, what am I doing out there? So it's just kind of a hassle all the way around, man. It does look nice. It's a nice, but I mean, there's definitely it's humid, man. I still can't get used to the humidity, and Southeast Asia is just hot. Sometimes I mean, you're not gonna find stuff like we can't find good cheese, ground beef. You guys have seen I eat burgers. It's not that cheap. Burger beef is a little expensive. Western imports, like get a jar of salsa back in the USA is $2 or $3. Out here, it's like $7 or $8. So there's stuff that's different. Businesses might say they're open. You go all the way across town to go to them, and they're just randomly closed. Like there's stuff out here that's not perfect. That video is almost done. That video is almost done. If I would have not went out the past 2 days, it would be done. There's going to be a 2-part, so I think you guys will like the Nha Trang video. The first part is kind of the tourist area. We stayed in a hotel resort area, and then part 2 is going to be with our buddy Marcus that moved to Nha Trang, and he wanted me to look at the other side of Nha Trang, and you guys will see his area. So I think you guys will like both of the Nha Trang videos. I haven't started the second part, but the first part's almost done. I could probably get it done tonight. Man, if the only thing, this is the only thing that I'm missing, is a constant income stream. If I had a constant, consistent income stream, my life would be, I'm not gonna say perfect, but I'm gonna say would be very content. That's the only thing that I either stress or worry about here is making money, or at least just breaking even. Where back in the USA, I can make money no time in the USA. It's easy, but everything's expensive, everything's stressful. Out here, it's the opposite. You have an enjoyable life, stress-free basically, but you got to figure out how to make money. I haven't seen too many Chinese, but Russians somewhat are picking up. Russians used to be down in Nha Trang, and over the past 6 or 7 months, more Russians have started coming up to Da Nang. So there is some. I wouldn't say it's like Nha Trang. Nha Trang, there's definitely more Russians, but there is more Eastern European travelers here. There's Russian travelers here. 6 months and before that, there used to be tons of Koreans. Koreans definitely went down from what they used to be here. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I would love for it to happen, but I just can't. I can't predict it, and I can't bank on it. I can't say like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. But if it happens, man, it's gonna be great. But we'll see. I've been so thirsty tonight, man. All day I've been thirsty. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to give you guys some bad stuff I don't like. Oh, I hate that almost every single place here is like electric stove, not gas stove. I hate that almost 90% of all the apartments and houses I've seen, none of them have ovens. So ovens are not a thing in Vietnam and a lot of Asian countries. I really miss ovens. I miss ovens and I miss gas stoves a lot. I really, really miss gas stoves and I miss ovens. I got the air fryer, which kind of acts like a oven in certain ways, and I have the crock pot. But man, I really, really miss a gas stove and I miss an oven. I am not married. I have a girlfriend, but I'm not married. My plans for tonight, man. Tonight's almost over. What time is it right now? It's 9:10. It's still somewhat early, but when I get off here, probably gonna go wash those dishes. I will probably start trying to crank out that last part of that Nha Trang video. Tomorrow, I'm sleeping in tomorrow. I've done too much stuff in the past couple days. We're gonna do a live stream. I think we're gonna go to a new restaurant. I'm hoping that we're gonna hit a new restaurant. Me and Mark, you guys have seen Mark a couple times. He's been wanting to go out and try some stuff. He's kind of I don't know if you guys would call him like an introvert, but it's hard for him to get out. It's hard for him to force himself out. So we've been going to dinner. Big thumbs up to Mark, man. He's been covering the bill too, so big thumbs up to him. Um, and he's just like, man, I kind of want you to show me the ropes about like where to go, how to order things, like what area. So I've been showing him the ropes on that. He wanted to watch tennis. He's a big tennis fan. So he was like, oh man, I can't go out. Like he's been obsessed, like almost as much as like how I'm obsessed. I'm watching my UFC and my boxing every time. I get up at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning here because of the time difference. But he's the same way with tennis. So he messaged me today. He was like, oh, man, I think I'm gonna stay in and watch my tennis. I was like, all right, no problem, man. I wanted to cook. I haven't cooked in a while. So we'll probably go out tomorrow. I have a whole list. I should do a video. Without going to these places, but I would love to do my top 15 restaurants. And I have a list. But what we've been doing is I have a top list, and then what I do is I put that list into Bing Copilot, the AI, and I tell him, give me a random restaurant off this list. And that's how we've been picking the restaurants that you guys have been seeing us go to. That's why I broke the carnivore, because the AI picked Detroit Motor City Pizza. So that's kind of the thing. Trying to think, is there anything else? Every time I get off here, I'm always like, man, I should have mentioned this or I should have mentioned that. I gotta figure out, man. I don't know what I'm doing about my visa run, but I do gotta make a decision by Monday, I think. I tell you guys, book your bus visa run like 30 days in advance. I'm like down to like 19 days or something. Indian restaurants, I have not. Technically, I have. Fluffy got some Indian food, and I think I tried a couple of bites and their bread, and it was actually pretty good. But Indian food and Korean food, no matter where we go, always expensive. That's a huge part of why I've never had Indian food here. It's very expensive compared to local food, and it's still expensive compared to Western food. So it's so hard to get Indian food because it's like 3 nights worth of our budget for 1 night of Indian. Will's Burgers. I don't know if you've seen them, Earl, but you'll probably, yeah, if you weren't watching earlier, you have to scroll back, man. All the burgers they're done. I made a carnivore burger with fried egg buns and bacon. So if you want, scroll back probably 30 or 40 minutes, and you'll see my nice, huge monster burger. Can't really think of. I think in the next day or two, though, I'll probably have a good idea of what I'm doing for my visa run. That's the part that I'm hoping. But I'm trying to think. Is there anything else, guys? Did I miss anything else? I think that's about it. I think that's about it. It's 9. Still way too early for me to go to bed, but I'll wash dishes. I'll take care of some business. I'll probably force myself to try to get that not train video done. And then I'll sleep in tomorrow. A good cooking show. Yeah, it was a good cooking show. It was kind of, I wasn't really expecting to do it. I was 50-50 on the fence, but I'm glad I did it. I hate to say it, but man, I think I could do some good business here. But Bikini Bottom, I like Bikini Bottom, so I don't know if I can really mess with them. And people are gonna be like, "Who the hell is this guy? This burger's place." So maybe even if the burgers were good, who knows? The business might not do good. 11 a.m. Yeah, I'm not sure what part of the world you're in. You must be in Europe, I'm assuming, because you're only like 8 or 9 hours. I think you're like 8 hours difference. My buddy from Prague is like 8 hours difference, I think. Oh, I have Jello. Remember someone asked me, oh, what's for dessert? I do have sugar-free Jello in there. Mark gave me a bunch of sugar-free Jello. Oh, Canada. Canada's only 8 hours? Because what time is it now? No, 10 hours. It looks like it's a 10-hour difference. That's weird. Huh. You must be on the east coast of Canada, though. Another spam. Don't worry about that, guys. I don't know why they always send this. Let me kick that out. Yeah, you must be on the East Coast. I'm from the West Coast of USA, and it's like 14 or 15 hours, depending on the what's it called, daylight savings. Depending on the daylight. Oh, kind of did good today, guys. We got 7,005 steps in today. I've not been hitting the 10,000 step mark because it's been too hot. All my uploaded videos are. The live streams are not, but the uploaded videos. So I hate to call these are just live streams. So these are shot on my phone. And the reason why they're shot this way is because YouTube punishes us in a roundabout way. If we do the other stream, panorama way, nobody from YouTube Shorts finds me, and I get about 70% less views. But all my uploaded videos are shot with my GoPro. So the videos, my uploaded videos that are like 12 to 15 minutes long on my YouTube page, they're all shot in great quality. The only videos that I shoot on my phone and are in this direction are the live streams. Only live streams, but we used to do live streams long ways, but then I noticed I would get 70% less views, 70% less subscribers. So YouTube is competing with TikTok, which TikTok shoots in this format. So YouTube kind of punishes us by forcing us to shoot this way, which I don't like. I love the other way better too. But for example, if I have like 50 people in a live stream doing it this way, if I do that same live stream and I do it in panorama, I'll have like 9 or 12. And it just hurts the channel numbers wise. Oh, Georgia, very nice. I had a trip. I actually had a Airbnb booked there, but it was in 2020. COVID hit, so that obviously got canceled. But I was gonna go there. I was actually gonna go to Georgia to Tbilisi, and I was gonna do what I'm kind of doing now, keeping my head above water, building my YouTube channel in Tbilisi. That was my plan because Americans get a 1-year visa, 100% free for 1 year. That was my plan, but COVID changed that. Push to relocate to escape. Man, it seems like a lot of people are doing that. Yeah, right now it's 9 o'clock. Yeah. Less than 3 hours before Saturday. I have TikTok. I guess technically I can't do the live stream because I heard you have to have like 1,000 subscribers or whatever they're called. But I'll show you guys. I think I have TikTok on this one. TikTok does absolutely terrible for me. I gave up on TikTok. My YouTube is the best one at all. My Facebook doesn't grow, my Instagram doesn't grow, and my TikTok doesn't grow. But I'll show you guys. I put the same videos up on TikTok, and they are just absolutely terrible. Let me show you guys. Here's my TikTok. I've given up on this. Look. So I started it. Look, I have six followers, 34 views, 50 views. Why did it do that? But you guys can see, like, none of my videos ever did good. None of my videos did good. 17 views. So I gave up on them. I was like, screw it. I'm not going to take that time and effort to go put my stuff up there. It never did good. Just like my Instagram page, my Facebook page. I gave up on it. I gave up on it, man. Let me see if I can... Oh, we're almost at 100. If any of you guys are interested... I do have a Facebook that's very much not growing. If you guys are interested, this is it though. It's called Will Travels. I think I only have, look, I'm at 99 followers. And I started this, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. But this is it. And I even posted my videos and stuff on here, but this doesn't grow either. Yeah, it just doesn't grow. So I've kind of given up on them, man. I only focus on the YouTube. But that's why I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked that the YouTube does somewhat good, but all my other stuff sucks. I appreciate it, Sean. I appreciate it. Um, I appreciate it, buddy. Man, I appreciate it. Man, I'm still always blown away. Like the past couple nights, I've been going out, and people have been recognizing me. Man, it's crazy. Like I still can't get used to the fact. Like people are like, "I know you," and I'm like, "How?" And they're like, "Oh, I watch your channel." I'm like, "Wow." Like, yeah, man, I came to Denong because of your video, and I'm like, "Wow, that's crazy." Like, it's still so weird to me. I can't. It's just so weird. Like, I'm a small scale, like, somewhat known around here in Denong. But I can imagine how like big time movie stars feel because they have to get it all the time. And like sometimes like on some weeks I'll go out and I'll like 3 or 4 people will recognize me and I'll be like, man, how do you know me? Like, oh, I watch your YouTube channel. I know you. And I'm like, it's very weird because I'm always like I don't know what word you would call it, but like someone that's just like I'm not gonna say reserved, but just modest. Yeah, man, I appreciate it though. I guess that's it, man. I guess we're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate all you guys. We stayed on for a long time, way longer. I wasn't even planning on doing any live streams today. We did one from the cafe. If you guys want to see that one, where those local kids were going crazy because the young kids, they were loved being on video and they thought they were on TikTok. They were too young to understand YouTube, but they knew TikTok. Then we went to the butcher shop, and then we started a new cooking stream. So I appreciate it. The Facebook, man, if we get some more people to follow that, I will start putting more content up there. But I hate to say it this way, but it's kind of dead, and it's kind of a cop out and a lazy thing to say, but I kind of don't put anything new up on there because nobody really follows it. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All you guys, man, I appreciate it. I think we're going to do a live stream tomorrow night, probably in about 23, 22 hours from now. So whatever time it is now, almost tomorrow is when we're going to probably do a dinner live stream. 10:23 in the morning in Ontario. Back in Canada, man, I've ran into 2 Canadian people in the past 3 or 4 days out here. And then there's been a few Canadians in the live stream. Actually, Canada, I think, is now my number 4 or number 3 most viewed audience. Number 1 is USA. I wish I could pull it up. We'll pull this up. This will be the last thing I check out. I think it's USA. I think Australia is number 3. Let's try to pull it up really quickly. Audience. I always forget about this. So sorry about that, guys. I hit the wrong button. My number 1 is Americans. Number 2 is Vietnamese. But I'm pretty sure those are travelers. Those are not local Vietnamese because I've never really got noticed by a local. So I'm pretty sure. So number 1 is USA. Number 2, I'm pretty sure is people in Vietnam, but they're not Vietnamese. And shockingly, Australians like me. I'm shocked about that. Number 3 is Australia. Okay, Canada dropped down to number 5. UK is number 4. And then Philippines is moving up now. Wow. So it looks like Philippines used to be way down. I think the Philippines used to be under India. So there we go. But yeah, Australia's my number 3 now. But it's been a battle because look, even the UK, man, look at the UK, 5.4 and 5.9. Canada, man, you guys used to be up there. You guys kind of fell off. Maybe some of those Canadians moved to Vietnam and they're being counted here though. So that's who mostly watches me. Who do we have down at the bottom? 1.1%. So not too many people in Thailand and Singapore don't watch me. Shockingly, more Germans. Germans watch me more than Singapore or Thailand. And then India. India used to be ahead of the Philippines, but looks like the Philippines is slowly growing. So I appreciate it, guys. I guess that's where we're going to wrap it up. Big thumbs up to everyone that sent gifts, subscribed. hit the thumbs up, everything. I appreciate it. If you guys want to see another live stream, 22, 23 hours, we'll find a new restaurant. Hopefully it'll be a new restaurant. There's a few new restaurants that I've never tried, and I'm hoping that one of them will be that tomorrow. Big thumbs up to you guys, man. I appreciate it. Last chance, if you guys want to hit the thumbs up, double tap the screen. If you guys haven't subscribed and you want to, this is your last chance. I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. While I'm waiting for you guys to do that, I'll announce. I always forget about the leaderboard. So it looks like Matt is number 1. He's got his number 1 crown. Fluffy is number 2. And Wasn't Me left earlier. Well, actually, a bunch of you are tied in 3rd. So we'll do Wasn't Me, Fluffy, Sean, and Jim. So unfortunately, they don't give you guys nothing besides the little crowns that you guys look and see. But I appreciate it. There you guys go. See you guys another time. Maybe tomorrow. Check back in. Have a good night. We're trying to get there at 7.